Chapter.
Just like a video game, we have a choice to choose what character or version we would like to be. We all have the perfect vision of ourselves, whether it's a productivity ninja, a gym junkie, or just plain lazy. We also like to convey the best possible image to the wider world. We expect our best self to appear when the future shows up. Instead, our typical self rears its head, struggling with the same traits: fear, laziness, and procrastination that constantly hold us back, making that journey to our best version of ourselves and somewhat making it very difficult. The external pressures of life can also detach us from our ideal vision. So let's imagine we're in a game. We're in a game of life and our goals are these rings. These rings we need to collect and we're constantly striving to get them. We're running through life, plodding along, going to work, studying, doing our everyday routine. And in the game, you're avoiding obstacles. Similar to life, things are always popping up and the unexpected is always happening. Rings are obtained sporadically, mostly on the sides and sometimes in the middle. But when you're going up on the sides, collecting these rings, it could be difficult to maintain. Such as life, when you're on a run and you're doing really well, it's hard to maintain that high level of achievement. But in the game, there's a force pulling you down, forcing you back to the middle, because you can't stay on the sides too long. And this force is gravity. And in life, it's uncertainty, because anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Usually in games, you have a certain amount of lives, usually around 3. So when you die, a new character pops up with the knowledge of what you did in the previous game of what you did wrong. But in real life, when we get hit or knocked down, we can become cynical. And we start telling ourselves the person we are, that's all we're going to be. And this thought process becomes embedded within whatever character that you've been playing for all these years, which is a sure sign that you need to reinvent yourself. So why is reinvention so important? I wanted to use the analogy of something that is used in cinematography and films, and it's called the character arc. Simply put, a character arc is when a character starts a story with a certain viewpoint, and then throughout trials and tribulations, they might face big challenges, which triggers internal or personal change. Some type of growth, change, transformation of the character. I think you get the point. A few films that come to mind is Neo in The Matrix, where he starts off as a normal person where he's plugged in. He then has that famous choice choosing the red or the blue pill. He later transforms himself, unlocking his superpowers. You've got Tony Stark, who is Iron Man in the Marvel film comics. He starts off as this arrogant, cocksure person at the start, but later becomes this selfless person who eventually sacrifices himself for others. The point I'm trying to stress here is that change is somewhat of a reinvention of yourself. Something that could be seen every day and is something as simple as a film. If you're unsure of the signs that reinvention is needed, here are just a few. You're feeling stuck. When you're feeling stuck, it can feel like you're in a dark place. It can literally feel like you have all these things going on at the same time and you're spinning all these plates, but you're not going anywhere. Growth. Your personal growth has plateaued. Most growth happens in phases, whether it's an academic achievement or it's a new job. If you've reached this stage of plateauing, you're probably feeling unchallenged and bored. Most days are the same and you're just not stimulated. So what are some steps we can apply in order to reinvent ourselves? Focus on the good. When things are not necessarily good, try and focus on what is going well. No matter how small it is, this will start to frame a more positive mindset. Make yourself uncomfortable. When we're too comfortable, we sink into a rhythm that no longer serves us, and we don't challenge ourselves. Ask anyone who has achieved anything that is difficult. The feeling of success is so much more sweeter. We're meant to challenge ourselves. So do something each day that slightly challenges your comfort zones. Whatever it is, challenge yourself in one small way. You'll start to feel more confident, especially when new opportunities arise. Create a vision or a plan for yourself. You may be stuck now, but creating a plan is a great way to envision where you want to be. Write it down. What should it look like? What will it feel like? And review that plan often. Even go as far as to create a vision board if you want to. Change at least one major thing. Build at least one change into your daily routine. What changes you can make in your day-to-day calendar reflects the version of the self that you want. Think about it in terms of day-to-day changes, monthly goals, and quarterly goals that will help you to get closer to your best self. But note, before or even during your journey, self-doubt will undoubtedly creep in. You will question yourself at points, wondering if you've made this right decision in change. And at this point, you need to remember your why. And hopefully this would be enough fuel to keep you on your path. You've probably worked for a company that's had a mission statement. It's usually done by large, trendy companies. It's a few lines on what the company believes in, their values, and what they hope to achieve in the long term. And this is something I feel like everyone should have for themselves. They should have a mission statement, at least for a part of a goal that they want to achieve. And if you're finding it hard to think of something and to write, why don't you break it down into these 3 different areas: work, personal, and health. And I was just thinking about myself around the health if I was to create a mission statement, and I've thought of this: to live a healthy lifestyle so I can be as able-bodied for as long as possible. To live life with as much energy as I can, enriching my life and the people around me. So whether you initiate change yourself or respond to life-changing circumstances that are out of your control, the choice of reinvention is yours. And once you've taken responsibility of where you are now, you will start to see reinvention as a type of a cycle, something that you do now again and again and again. Anyways guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video and you found some value. If you like this video, please smash the like button, please comment below. I would love to hear your feedback, and I'll see you guys in another one. Bye bye.